Hello, friends. Welcome to another Stamp With Me Tuesday. Tonight, we are going to make a quick and easy fun fold card that I think you're going to love. I think it's really cute. If you are here and joining me live, leave me a comment. Let me know if you are stamping along with me tonight or whether you are just watching and going to stamp later. This is a card that you can use with any stamps and paper, inks, whatever you want. So you can use whatever you have in your stash already to make a fabulous fun fold card. If you're here for the replay, welcome to you as well. I'm so glad that you came to watch me later after I'm not live anymore. Leave me a comment. Let me know you are here and let me know if you stamped along with the video or whether you decided to come back later or to watch the video and then stamp later. So if we haven't met before, I am Heidi with Oni Go Stamping. I'm going to help you reconnect with your inner artist by using stamps, ink, and paper to make beautiful handmade cards and gifts just like this one. I hope if this is your first time here, or even if it's not your first time here, if you haven't already, you'll hit that subscribe button so you always know when I go live so you can come and join me. All right, this is what I have pulled out for this evening. I'm making my workspace look a little bit bigger. Show you a sample of the card we're making tonight, tell you my sad story for this evening. And we're going to make a card. It's going to be awesome. So hello, Anna in Indiana. I am in Michigan. Hello, Kathy in Wisconsin. Welcome, welcome. All right. So I pulled out a couple stamps to use. Both of these are retiring sets. And actually, I was just going to use this one. First of all, the Happiest Day stamp set. And I got it all like put on stuff. And I was like, I'm going to like check and make sure this is still available because it's retiring. Haha, joke's on me. It's already sold out. So that was my sad day. But I decided, I thought about using a different image. And I was like, nope, I'm going to use these. So we're going to use these even though they are no longer available. So I apologize for that. But I'm also using the Saying Hey stamp set. This stamp set is also retiring. It is on the last chance sale. And clearly things are starting to sell out from there. So if there's something on there that you want, I would not wait to get it. Like this awesome Saying Hey stamp set. I have loved this. I'm so sad it's going away because I love using it for all sorts of greetings and things. It's just really great. So that's what I pulled out. And then I have my paper here. We'll go over that. Let me show you, though, a sample of what we are going to make tonight. Get this paper out of the way. All right, here's my card. I am calling this a double gatefold card with a tuck. I found this design, and I don't know, maybe other people are making it too. But I found this design on Terry Gaines's website. And I thought it was just so great. So clever how the front just kind of tucks in. So it kind of holds it shut when you go to put it in the envelope. And just really fun. And then when you open it, it just pulls apart. Just like that. And then this little bit tucks underneath here. This one I made with the Cheers and Sips stamp set. This is going to be a new online exclusive that is coming May 6th. And along with it is the celebratory Sips designer series paper, which is what's over here. And actually, I stamped these images on the paper and cut them out. So all super fun. And of course, this is some of the new ink colors. That beautiful Secret Sea again, and then Strawberry Slush. So, but let me show you the supplies that we have. So you should have a piece of cardstock. This is 5.5 by 10 3/4. And then we have a whole bunch of other pieces. So I have a piece of cardstock that is 3 inches by 5 inches. I have a piece of designer series paper that is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. I am using the Full of Life designer series paper, which is so pretty. And then I have 2 pieces of cardstock that are 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches. I have a piece of designer series paper that is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And I have a piece of white that is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. All right. And we're going to turn this into a fun fold card. So I'm going to start with my piece of 5.5 by 10 3/4. This one is Lemon Lime Twist. Having trouble remembering names. Hello. Let me see. So many people have joined us. Brenda and Sabrina and Janice and Kathy. You just got this suite. I think you're talking about the Full of Life suite. It's really fun. I'm not using the whole suite.
I'm just using the paper because I love it. All right, we're going to do some scoring on this large piece of cardstock. We're going to start by scoring at 1 5/8. So I'm going to put this in here. Here's the half mark right here. And then 2 little ticks to the left of the half mark is 5/8. So I'm going to score this at 1 5/8. Give it a good score. And then I'm going to push it over and I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. So we're coming over here to that quarter mark. Score this at 3 1/4. Now, if you want to, you can open up the arm on your paper trimmer, and you can score it at 7 1/2 and 9 1/8. Or you can do what I'm going to do, which is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to score this at 1 5/8. And I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. So both sides I scored at 1 5/8 and 3 1/4. And now we can fold this. So what I'm going to do is these 2 inside score lines, I'm going to fold in on those. So we'll fold one side, and then I'm going to fold the other side. And you see that gives us the basic size of your card base. All right. So then I'm going to take on this inside score line, and we're just going to fold it back. And the same thing over here. We'll get this out and we'll fold this one back as well. And that's all we have to do to create the basic base for this fun fold card. Really easy. You can see how it looks just like that. And now we get to start doing some decorating. So I'm going to start with the inside. I have my piece of white right here. And I'm going to take this stamp from the Saying Hey set. It says, insert clever message here. I don't even know if I have used this one, but I think it's so cute. So I'm going to use it tonight. And I'm going to stamp it with, I think, some Berry Burst. So here we go. We're going to stamp this insert clever message here because it's just funny. And then let's stamp a dragonfly in here. I'm going to stamp my dragonfly with Berry Burst as well. And then I'm going to come in. I'm going to leave this open. I'm going to come in with some Daffodil Delight and some pumpkin pie. Try to not get this all over the place. Let me see. Here's the Daffodil Delight. Let's do this on the top, maybe. Let's do that one the wrong way. These little wings, they do have a direction to them. Stamp that in Daffodil Delight. And then I have my pumpkin pie. We'll stamp the bottom ones in pumpkin pie. So cute. There we go. So this is going to be for the inside of our card. All right. I'm going to set that aside for now. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm just going to stamp some dragonflies to go on the front of my card. Now, you could stamp whatever images you want. You could replace. So remember, I cut this piece that is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. I cut this out of designer series paper, but you could easily cut this out of white and you could just stamp that instead. So lots of different things that you could do. I'm going to stamp a couple dragonflies. A couple 3 dragonflies. Do I want them to be different colors? I don't know. We'll stamp all the outsides with Berry Burst. And then do a couple of these. There's my pumpkin pie. You just use the dragonfly stamp today. I love this little dragonfly. He's so cute. All right, let's do some Daffodil Delight on there. And we'll do the third one. We'll make the bottom of the third one in Lemon Lime Twist. We're going to switch things up today. And I love that I can make these dragonflies any colors I want. Like, they don't have to be dragonfly colors. Because I can't, I can't stick to normal things. That's just crazy. All right. Let's do this. One. Oops. Tried to do that upside down. These top wings, the more bumpy part is actually on the top. All right, so we'll do it in that. And then I'm going to clean this. I'm going to do a different color. And we'll do some pumpkin pie on this one.
They're so sweet. I'm going to clean that off, and then we'll do the last one. I'm going to put some of these away now. We'll do the last one in lemon lime twist on the top. So all three dragonflies are slightly different. Super fun. Love it. All right. I want to punch something. I have a punch here. This is the modern oval punch, and I'm just going to punch out an oval. This is what I'm going to use for my sentiment. So I have the big hay for the sentiment, and I'm going to stamp this, I think, in, well, I'm going to use lemon lime twist since that is the color of my card base. Let's bring that in. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I have not pre-made this card, so I've made plenty with this design, but I have not done this with these stamps. So there's our hay. And then I'm going to use what is this color? Berry Burst. I'm going to use the Berry Burst to put thanks on here. When I have two words that one is significantly bigger and bolder than the other one, I generally do the bolder word in the lighter color ink. And I do the less bold word in the darker color ink. Just because the more bold the typeface is, the more that's going to help it stand out already. So by putting the lighter color up there, it just helps balance the two. So there we go. There's my sentiment. And I have to cut out my dragonflies because these don't have a die. That would have been the only thing that would make this better, is if there was dies or punch to cut out my dragonflies. Janice, when you wing it, it comes out better. That's probably true. All right, so I'm going to cut around my dragonfly. But usually, y'all, I'll let you in on a secret. When I am here with you, I pretty much just do what I do, right? Like I start with something and that's what I do. When I am at home, well, I am at home right now. When y'all aren't on camera with me though, I will oftentimes make a card or make elements of a card 2 or 3 or 4 times before I call it good. So I end up rearranging things. I end up being like unhappy with the colors and I restamp it. I end up with so many things. But when I'm here with you, I just do what I do. Like for the most part, occasionally I will do something and I'll be like, no, that really doesn't work. We have to redo it. But I set aside the kind of perfectionist in me. Although I am going to show you a card tonight that I really want to remake. Like I got all done with it and I was like, okay, that's okay. But I wish I would have done some things differently. And I'm like, oh, I should just remake it. But I didn't have time. It's kind of the most complicated of the cards of my card samples that I'm going to show you tonight. And so I didn't, but I'll point out what I would have done. So luckily these dragonflies are pretty easy to cut out. All right, come on. Here we are on the last one, and then we can finish putting together our card, and you can see how this card comes together, because there are a couple of tricks you're going to want to keep in mind as you make it. So a couple of important steps to actually putting the card together and having it be successful and not accidentally gluing your card shut. So I feel like this one would be really easy to glue your card shut, which is never a good thing. You never want to, glue your card. Although maybe that would be funny if you sent a card to somebody and it was glued shut. I think I would give one of those to my husband. He wouldn't care. Then I would find out if he actually tried to open it or not, or if he just like looked at it and threw it aside. Can you use the water? Yes, you can use the Modern Over Punch with the watermelon stamp set from last year's celebration. Very, very true. So, all right, let's put this together. So I have my inside piece, and I'm going to adhere this to a piece of Berry Burst. I can find my green glue. So glue that on. That's just going to go right in the center there. insert clever message here. You could have left that off. I just thought it was funny. And then I'm going to adhere this inside my card in the very center. Just like that. All right, that part's easy peasy so far, right? Now we're going to close up this left side. And this is the bigger of my two pieces. So I'm going to adhere my designer series paper, this full of life designer series paper. I'm going to adhere it to the berry burst. I actually want it to go this way. All right. Now we're going to adhere this to the front, but we only want to adhere it to this left side of the flap. So what I like to do is I flip it upside down and I flip it like top to bottom, not side to side. And I lay it on there, and then I know where I can put my glue. So I don't want to accidentally get glue in the wrong spot. And then I still leave myself a little bit of wiggle room. So just put some adhesive on there. And I flip that over and glue that down. There we go. And now on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this flap in and then lay this over top of it. All right. And what I want to do, let's put on our designer series paper. I'm going to adhere my designer series paper to my other piece of berry burst. And then I'll show you how we're going to do the adhesive here. This is the important step. So if you haven't been paying attention, now's the time to pay attention. This is the important step. What we want to do, we're going to turn this over. So this time I did turn this side to side. That makes a difference. Well, no, I'm going to turn it upside down because otherwise I will mess up. If I don't always turn top to bottom, I mess up. So I'm going to turn this top to bottom. All right. It's going to go over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm just putting one line down the side. That's it. All right. All the way over to the side, one line. And then stick that on there. And we will adhere this right there. And this way, that front piece can tuck in between your card flap, like the folded flap, and this piece of designer series paper. Hopefully that makes sense. You can see how it just tucks right in there. And then it can come apart. So there we go. All right, let's add our sentiment. Let's see what we're going to have. I'm going to put this on here. And then maybe we'll do this. Maybe I'll do this. And maybe this one we'll kind of put underneath. That'll be good. Yes, that'll be cute. All right, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put down this little dragonfly first because we are going to do my little fun trick to make it look like it is flying. I'm going to take some mini dimensionals and I'm going to put a mini on both of its wings. And then I'm going to take my green glue and I'm going to put just a little bit of green glue right down the center on its body. Actually, let's put it this way. And then I'm going to hold its body down. And this is just going to let the wings flap up with its body more stuck to the card. I think it makes it look like it's actually flying. It gives it some, dimension to it, some movement to it. So there we go. And then we're going to put on my sentiment. I'm putting the sentiment on with dimensionals as well. This one I'm just using full-size dimensionals. You love this card? Oh, I'm so glad. I have so many more samples to show you too. So definitely do not go anywhere. Plus, I have some fun details about some stuff. I got some fun details. All right, there we go. Let's put on our other dragonflies. Let's see, we're going to put this one. We'll put them. I don't like any of them to be facing exactly the same direction. But I do want them to kind of overlap. What do we want to do? We'll do it like that. That'll be good. All right. Let's put this one on next. I always mess around, like which direction. And if you knew how many times I put on and take off my embellishments because I'm not happy with where they are.
Oh my goodness. All right, which way did we have this one? Did it about like that. There we go. There's that one. The colors, it's so cheerful, isn't it? Yes, the colors are fabulous. I love this paper. It's so pretty. So, so pretty. All right, and we're going to take this one. We'll pop this one over here. We'll have 3 little dragonflies on here. So sad that this set is sold out already because it's such a fun one. I'm going to take this. All right. So there we go. Let's add some embellishments. You struggle where to put the embellishments too. All right, so there we go. I just pulled out some iridescent gems for this. So I thought, like, there's a lot of color going on already. Let's just pull out something sparkly. So let's see. Do that there. Grab me a little one. Put it next to it. There we go. And then I'm just going to use a big one because I have a ton of big ones. I'm going to put that up there. There we go. So there's our card. Isn't that fun? Look at that. Oh, and it's sparkly. It's hard to see the sparkles, but then it opens just like that. You can stand it up. And then it closes up and fits in a regular sized envelope. So super quick and easy. Easy peasy, right? All right, let me show you the other samples that I have. So first of all, I have this sample. This is with the You Are Remarkable stamp set. This is the stamp set that we are going to be using for the May online card class. So if you haven't already, you can earn the May online card class for free, the make and take kit for it. All you have to do is place a $75 order through me in the month of April, and I will automatically send it to you. If for some reason you don't need any more stamp supplies, I don't know why that would be. But anyway, if for some reason you don't need more stamp supplies and you just want to register for the class and get the make and take kit, you can. You can just do that right on my website. So we're using this really pretty You Are Remarkable. It says You Are Remarkable in every single way. And I added some of the little tiny bees, the tiny bee trinkets. And I didn't put anything inside. It just is like that. Isn't that pretty? I thought that was really sweet. And then I have, let's show you this one. This one I made with the Pattern of Friendship stamp set and the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper. So what's really nice about this Designer Series paper is it has different like punch outs and stuff that you can use. And that's what I used on there. And it has all this beautiful gold. Like, can you see the gold? Woo, it's so shiny. So this is the stamp set and the paper that is part of my card class in a flash. If you have not yet heard about my card class in a flash, I don't know. We got to make sure you know because registration closes Friday. We're calling it a card class in a flash because all of the cards are cards that you can make super quick and easy. And actually, I'm going to show you a couple more of the cards. Forgot that I could get these out and show them to you. You want a sneak peek of the cards that are in there. So they're all cards that you can make super, super quick and easy. And then the other reason it's a flash is because the registration just opened Saturday and it's going to close Friday. So it's a very short-term registration time. We're going to get it sent out in the mail by like the 21st. So it's just, everything is short. Everything is flash and quick about it, right? And I say we because I designed this with my friend Melissa. So I have about 5 cards to show you, but there is 10 cards in this card class in a flash class. All the cards are easy. You don't need a lot of supplies. You just need the stamp set and a couple ink pads. It's just really, it's going to be a simple, easy class that you can do on your own time whenever you want. Everything, you know, is there for you. There's a fun fold in there too. It's all cards. So really cute. So if you haven't already, I hope you'll pop over to my website, get signed up for that, because it's going to be a fun class. All right, so that was my sidetrack on those. That matches this fun fold that I did, but I have more. So we already saw this one with the cheers and sips. I went overboard with this fun fold, and I put some strawberries and lemons and oranges on the inside. So that was really fun. And then I did this one with the Enduring Beauty stamp set. This stamp set is on the last chance sale as well. It's still available. The ribbons in the last chance sale, this designer series papers in the last chance sale. It's all last chance. So isn't that cute? Super, super fun and cute though. Now I will show you, this is the one that I really want to redo. But it is like the most in-depth one. So for this one, I pulled out the Bright Skies stamp set, which is so cute. And it is on the last chance sale, which is sad. And I used it with the Everyday Arches dies and a bunch of the new ink colors. So this is the Secret Sea. And then in the background, we have the cloud cover, right? And I stamped the clouds with Secret Sea on cloud cover and then cut them out. I used the Everyday Arches dies to make a rainbow over here, which I think is so cute. And I put some clouds over there. So this one doesn't have any designer series paper on it. And you open it up, it has like a little field of flowers inside. I don't know. I just love this. But when I got done, like I really like it. And I almost just went back and like added to it. But I wish I cut the rainbow pieces. I cut them a smaller size. And I wish I would have, once I put it together, I wish I would have cut them the bigger size. Like I started at this bigger size. So I could have moved this rainbow over just a little bit. And I also wish there was another cloud right here. Because I don't like the way the clouds are all like here. I wish it was more balanced. I want another cloud right here. And that I almost went and just added. So, but anyway, I thought it was too cute. I just love it. I love that rainbow and you open it up. Oh. So that one was really fun too. And a different way to do that, right? So it's the exact same fun fold, but instead of using rectangles, I used those arch shapes instead, which works really well too. So you can do it with different things. So anyway, there we go. I have 6 different samples here for you. So many sample cards tonight. I tell you, I just went overboard. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you make a card as well. I'm going to pop over after this live stream is done. I'm going to pop over and I am going to put a picture of at least one of these cards on my Facebook page. If you made a card using this fun fold card design, I hope that you will pop over there and pop a picture of your card in the comments to my card so that we can all see them and we can see how this fun fold design looks with all different stamps and papers and all that good stuff. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys like them. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. All right. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I will be back next week, Tuesday. Next week's Tuesday is the April online card class. We're going to be using the Darling Dinos to make 3 cards, including another fun fold card. Yeah, so that's going to be coming up next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. I will see you there. Have a fabulous weekend.